morning. This is Dennis Connolly, your Den at the Door on Sevastopol Public Access TV. We're here with our producer, Laddie Chapman, and we're standing in front of Northeast Wisconsin Technical College. It's a beautiful day. It's October 10th, 2011, which happens to be Columbus Day. Columbus, as we know, has been given the attribute of being a great discoverer of the New World from the European point of view. Here we're going to explore and discover as well. There is a program here today at this college that's called Learning in Retirement. It has many locales that it meets at, and just as Señor Columbus helped to make discovery of the New World known, here seniors and retired people from around northeastern Wisconsin find new discoveries through education and exploration of new ideas, music, techniques, art forms, literature, many areas of discovery. So let's go in and see what's going on in the school. Here we are at the LAR headquarters in one of the undisclosed class rooms here at the Northeastern Technical College, and we're with some significant people in this Learning and Retirement program. And we'd like to learn a little bit more about Learning and Retirement. And we have with us Jan Ziemann. She is a retiree and a participant in the LAR. And Cheryl Tieman, who is the acting director of Northeast Technical College. And we have Dennis Skahen, and he is an instructor here at this fine facility. We'd like to ask a few questions, if we may, to help educate and inform the public about this great program here in Door County. And how would you describe this very entity of LAR, Dennis?
Yes, LAR is a learning and retirement organization dedicated to providing opportunities for senior citizens to continue lifelong learning. And that kind of sums it up. That's pretty much what our mission statement is as well.
That's very good, Dennis. And as we've observed in a couple of the classrooms, it's not just learning things and techniques, but it's also a socialization program. And it's also, the instructors seem to be wishing to give and share their passion, not just teach a set of bits of information. They're sharing their passion, which is quite a wonderful thing to witness. How was this great institution founded here in Sturgeon Bay, Jan?
Well, in the year 2004, I became acquainted with learning and retirement programs throughout the state through reading some newspaper articles. And I thought, if they can do it in their community, I'm sure that we could here in Door County. So I knew that it was always a program that was in cooperation with higher education. So I approached Dennis, who at the time was the dean of the Sturgeon Bay campus of NWTC. And together he and I formulated a little bit of a plan, and he spoke with President Raffin in Green Bay for their approval that we go ahead with this, and we did. And we were very fortunate to find a core group of interested residents of Door County who shared the same interest in lifelong learning as Dennis and I did. And from there, we invited some already tried and true participants in the Green Bay Learning and Retirement program to come and guide us along in starting a new program here, which they did, and they were wonderfully helpful. Then we planned a public meeting and invited people from the community to learn about it, and I think we had approximately 45 people at that time. It was wonderful. Their reception and their passion for wanting to help get it started was fabulous. And so we went from there. We just planned meetings, we organized, formed committees, wrote bylaws, and then we had, which Cheryl was a very integral part of that process. And we then had a target date of January of 2005 for our first semester of programming, which we were able to do. And
What were
we
some
did.
of the first programs that you put on?
Well, in every semester we have a variety of programming, and it's expanding knowledge, the arts, leisure activities, crafts, and so on. So we had a little sprinkling of all of those things. However, it was very different for the fact that we offered 36 classes at that time.
Goodness.
And now we offer, each semester we offer between 65 and 95 each semester.
I was noticing your wonderful catalog. It's so well laid out, and that's in cooperation with this college as well.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. We couldn't possibly do this without the support of NWTC. It's a really good win-win situation for all of us, so to speak. And all of our presenters are volunteer. This is, we have to always remember, a volunteer program. And so that makes it even more wonderful for the fact that the people who are involved want to be and continue to give back.
Share their passion. What we're deriving from this is there was a template, there was an organization in Green Bay, there was your personal interest, and then you shared it with others who expressed, what an interesting idea. And what we have noticed in our county that is so unique is the plethora of retired senior citizens here who have great passions, life experience, and a very acute interest to constantly learn and improve. It's really a unique, wonderful place in that regard.
It is.
This is Beginning Magic, and what it is usually a class where they bring some household items and they learn to do anywhere from 5 to 8 tricks each session with things that you have around the house and things that you can use to fool your grandchildren or your neighbors or your dog or whoever you're interested in.
Could I bring that one uncle of mine and maybe you could make him
pulls the
disappear?
coins out of your ear all
And
the
you
time.
could make him disappear?
Of course.
That'd be a nice thing. And so you basically teach the participants in the class magic that they can share with their families and
Right,
friends,
correct.
and perhaps give a little more life and happiness to this world.
Absolutely. Some puzzles, some different things. A
Good.
puzzle, they might be sitting around at a restaurant or a bar and be able to wow the people that are with them.
Yeah. So you're enhancing their lives with new skills and new understanding and greater stimulation. Do you have anything that you'd like to maybe share with the viewers at home?
Well, magicians should do something with a rabbit, don't you think?
Yeah,
Well,
but
I
I'm
have-
not wearing a hat.
I have 2 bunnies here, so
I
it
see.
doesn't matter whether you have the hat or not.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And what I'd like to do is I'm going to put one bunny in your hand. Which bunny would you like to have in your hand? Just point to one.
I kind of like this
This
one
one?
a lot.
Okay, you hold
And
that
put
one.
it there.
Hold it real nice
Okay.
and tight. I'm going to put this one down here, okay? We're
Okay,
just going to
see
get rid of
that
it.
on your knee.
We'll say the magic word, Skazima Razima Taz. And let's see what happened. He came back. Look at there.
Two bunnies. Now,
Now, you hold on to both of those.
What is going on here, Don?
You hold on to both of those, okay?
I've got them.
What do rabbits prefer? Do they prefer arithmetic-wise,
They tend to multiply.
not subtraction, division?
Generally not.
They
I'm
do
told,
multiply?
I'm told they really multiply.
Smart answer. Let's see if they did.
Open my hand?
course, go
No
right in.
magic words? Just open them?
Oh, I did it under my breath, didn't you?
No, okay. Oh, my gosh.
Look
They
at
certainly did multiply.
That's how the Easter Bunny
oh
delivers
my
all those
goodness.
eggs. He has help. Okay, so let me see the people who have not been here before. Oh, have I got news for you? This is going to be so much fun, and you're going to like it so much, you got to come back next semester because I'm going to be here live and in person then. She said, my name is Don Lamb, and with a name like Lamb, all you rookies have not realized this, I pull the wool over people's eyes, okay? And the reason why the magic works is because, no kibitzing while we're on camera, okay? The reason all the magic works is because I do wear my magic socks. And a lot of you people probably wonder, did I wear them today? Of course I wore them today so that this would all work. Yeah, here's one, because I'm sure you're dying to see them. Here's one, and here's one, okay? I perform as Mr. Magic, and I perform mostly for children's birthday parties, young children's birthday parties, and senior centers and assisted living. In fact, I have one. Do you know where Pinecrest is? I have one of those this afternoon. Because there's not much difference between the two audiences. And guess which one you're in, okay? So yeah, okay, I think everybody understands what's going on here, what we're talking about.
I know that NWTC is very integral. It both helps to provide some of the facilities for these classes, and I see this wonderful catalog. How else has NWTC involved with learning and retirement? Cheryl.
Well, we have similar goals. They are definitely committed to education as we are. They have a number of their people, their students, also take classes with us, so that has been wonderful for us. We have been the recipient of a scholarship from Learning and Retirement. I think that was in 2008. They had put together a scholarship, a perpetual scholarship of $5,000, and at this point it's up to $20,000. So for the rest of time, our students will be receiving. Actually, I think NWTC has been more on the receiving end than the giving. We do provide, the space here for them and some postal coverage and clerical coverage. But really, it's been, like Jan had said, a win-win for both of us. We have such a large portion of our population that are retirees, so it's a way for our college to be good stewards of our tax dollars by opening up the facility to them. And I think it's good for our younger students to have, that exposure too, to see that learning is lifelong.
Great
and,
examples.
We're very, very, very blessed to have Learning and Retirement here, and I hope we always do. They're just such an asset to our campus. So.
Well, wonderful, Jan. And it seems very, Cheryl, excuse me, it seems very obvious what good use of the tax dollars this facility is, and we all can get return of better educated population and more skillful and better educated retirees who may just have greater self-fulfillment. This is wonderful. What are the areas of interest in education that LAR make available to its members, Dennis?
Jan touched on some of these, but I'll expand on them. We basically put our classes into four groups, major headings. One is appreciation of the arts, and an example on that would be we have an instructor that teaches seniors how to write their memoirs, their lifelong memoirs. That's one example. Another would be appreciating the arts. And if I could give you two examples there, appreciating the arts, we had, appreciating the arts was the memoirs. Skills, hobbies, and crafts would be another area. We've had a hike at the Ridges here in Door County for our membership. And a Chinese exercise class for citizens would be another one. We have a area called Senior Issues, and that might be topics on assisted living, topics on arthritis, for example. And then we have a kind of a catch-all area that's referred to as expanding knowledge. And here's where we have individuals and members share their experience and their lifelong skills. We've had a class on creating your own web page, for example, if you're so interested. And also, someone reported on their journey to Iceland. So, you know, there's a lot of variation there and a lot of excitement, and that's kind of where we're going with these classes.
So it's learning, expanding, health-oriented, civic-oriented, historical. We saw it's such a wonderful potpourri of activities and ways to expand ourselves. How would you describe the composition of the membership of LAR? Cheryl.
Yes, we have, well, like I indicated earlier, we have a large percentage of people here that are retired, but not everybody that's in learning retirement is retired. Some of them are semi-retired. And the other thing about just Door County is we have a much higher percentage of people with graduate degrees or higher level degrees. And so those individuals are very interested in taking, you know, continuing on and either as presenters sharing their skills or knowledge, or just to be recipients of it. We have 345 members, I think, as of this fall, and some of them come from Algoma and some as far away as Sister Bay. I think that pretty much covers the Jan, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
For the composition of the students, I'd say, that are taking, maybe I should call them members of that. Right, I'm so used to
Well,
students.
we're all students, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
We should be teachers and students. Jan, how would a person become a member of LAR if they wish to participate in this great organization?
Well, it's very, very easy to become a member. We have a catalog that we send to everyone, and then we have it available in public places at the beginning of each of our 2 semesters. And once they pick up that catalog, they will find that we have 1 week of registration. And all they have to do is fill out the registration page at the back of the booklet and include their payment. The annual fee is $50, and we start our year in September, just like a school year. And then if they are unable to join us in September and they would like to start with us in January, the fee is $35.
I see, and very
But
fair.
it's very, very easy to do. And they have the catalog to peruse, and they can register for as many classes as they wish.
And that fee covers as many
It
classes as they could participate in.
It's the best bargain.
My goodness, that is phenomenal. And of course, our tax dollars and NWTC are absorbing some of the cost for
Yes.
utilities, classroom, some
Yes.
materials. That's wonderful as well. Do you have a phone number or a suggestion for people to contact LAR, or should they look at the library for the catalog, or what's the best way?
I can answer that. They could actually dial, NWTC or the Learning and Retirement has their own office here, and their number is 746-4947. So
Very
I can
good.
look to make sure I didn't get the wrong number.
796-4947,
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
And these catalogs are readily available in our libraries and civic areas and here at NWTC.
Correct, and the YMCA.
At
They
the
really
Y
are
as
all
well,
over.
yeah, everybody's working together. So you are teaching a class specifically in what?
Asian Performing Arts. It was a 2-part class, and last week we did dance and drama and a little bit of music, and this week we're doing puppetry.
So how did you particularly get interested in Asian performing arts?
Well, I've always been interested in the arts of Asia, and my field is humanities and theater. I taught humanities and theater at a community college before I retired, and I've always, the more I found out about the performing arts, the more intrigued I was, and the more I wanted to find out as much as possible about it. And so after I retired, I was able to travel to these places and really see the real thing and work with the real thing, and it was a wonderful experience. And I'm want to share that experience with other people, and that's what I do through LIR.
So your passion for the arts and learning about the arts and your ability to travel to satisfy and quench some of that passion, you're helping the fellow retirees of Door County area experience some of your knowledge and gain some of your appreciation. Mm-hmm. Wonderful experience.
Well, these are, this little fellow is from Indonesia. He's a Indonesian rod puppet. I think he's a villain because he's got a red face. And they're worked this way with the rods. Vietnamese water puppets, and they're very rare. Vietnam is the only place that has water puppets, and they're wonderful. They float on the water, and they're controlled by rods underneath the water. Strings come down the rod very much like as on those Thai puppets that we saw, so that he can bend his head, move his arms, etc. They can do some fantastic things. Here's some museum quality puppets. The name is Mu Ra Nok Nuoc, and my Vietnamese is horrible, so don't. They're only about 800 years old. They're relatively new, as puppets go. Their origins are in the Red River Delta in northern Vietnam, and here again, a lot of the puppetry, some of the puppetry has to do with spirits, animistic spirits, and a lot of the puppetry has to do with the daily lives of the people. As I said, they do some amazing things. They're just incredible. They squirt the audience. These were done, okay, and here's the fire-breathing dragons. This is a theater in Hanoi itself, and unlike the training village, which is the way the puppets were originally performing outdoors during the daylight, these are nighttime performances inside a building.
How can a person who has some unique passions or interests share their knowledge base with the learning and retirement community? Dennis?
Well, we basically obtain our speakers through two methods. One is we have a very active curriculum committee that's in charge of seeking out talented individuals in the community or talented LIR members so they could share their skills or hobbies or experiences with the membership. Also, we welcome members and community people coming forward and offering to do that for LIR. So we have had no difficulty coming up with a great variety of programs, and as you can see from the catalog, a good number of programs each semester.
Yeah, the variety and different degrees of interest are just really phenomenal. They're just fun and so educational. I mean, the whole spectrum. It's really a beautiful thing to see. Where are most of these classes held? Jan, I know they're all over the place.
Well, the majority of them are held here at NWTC. However, when we anticipate a high volume of enrollees in a class, we'll schedule it over at Crossroads.
Nice, beautiful facility.
It is wonderful, and it's just such a pleasant place to be for a large class. And then there are occasions where we need perhaps a piano for our music class, so we have scheduled those in a church. And occasionally there are other needs that we have, and the public has been just wonderful in cooperating with us in order for us to hold our classes in their facility.
That's one of the other beautiful things of Door County and Sturgeon Bay is the willingness of all the complementary, both agencies and facilities, trying to share their goodness with the rest of the population. It's a very obvious thing. You know, this thing, you started in 2005, is that
Right,
correct?
our first classes.
And it's expanded, we're in 2011. How do we see the future of LAR here in Door County?
Oh, we see a rosy future here in Door County. We feel that learning never retires. There will always be curious people. There will always be people who want to learn more from each other and share their knowledge. You know, we happen to be the newest learning and retirement program of the 13 in the state of Wisconsin. And so we consider ourselves the new program compared to, let's say, in Green Bay or Milwaukee. Those programs have been also in Madison in existence for a much, much longer time. And last fall, we hosted the state conference for learning and retirement programs, and we felt honored to do that, being such a new program. And it's a wonderful opportunity for sharing. It's the Wisconsin Association for Lifelong Learners. And we know that if they have been doing it for, let's say, 20, 25 years, we certainly have a good future.
Excellent. Well, have you had any innovations particular to the Door County Learning and Retirement Organization that perhaps are unique to Door County that maybe we didn't see in the Madison or aforementioned Green Bay? Do you think the new blood and the new idea has stimulated more innovation here?
I think it has. And we started a little bit of summer programming. Excuse me. We call them summer safaris, and we plan programs that are out in the community. That's why they're safaris. The classes are not held indoors or on the campus of NWTC. And we've been to Birch Creek, we've been to Cajun Acres, which is a very interesting little farm here in Door County. So there have been a wide variety of opportunities for us to be creative because, of course, Door County has so much to offer. So that summer safari program we felt was rather innovative, and we have shared those ideas with other programs.
Well, this has been a wonderful visit. We're so fortunate to have people like yourselves here in Door County, the innovators, the organizers, the energy and the great positive minds you have. Learning and retirement is just another great example of the quality of life of such a high degree here in Door County and how it's constantly enhanced by people such as these who are helping to make this a better place for all of us. And we'd like to thank you for being with us and consider learning in retirement.